Oh my goodness. Hey guys. Can you all hear me okay? Hello, Jane, Viv, Anna, Carla, Patsy, Cindy and Kay so far. Oh, thank you, Jane. Hi, Cheryl. Hey, Enid. Oh, good. I'm glad I can be heard. Excellent stuff. Welcome to your Wednesday shenanigans. How are we all doing? Are we all right?
How are y'all doing?
Hey, Alison. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Siobhan. Yeah, Lauren is much, much better. Tuesday, she got up and she was top of the world. Absolutely fantastic. She had a bit of a day up and down on Monday. We gave her the option if she wanted to go out and she said yes. She was a bit up and down, but she got through the day, and Tuesday she got up and she was champion. Hey Cheryl, Siobhan. Hey Carla. Hi Gail. Better middling says Kay being better but also being worse. Yeah, you've been conspicuous by your absence, Kay. I'm glad to see you this evening. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed my last video, Siobhan. Good stuff. I'm okay, but a bit tired, says Patsy. Might not make the whole live. You know, you do what you need to, Patsy. If you need to go off and get a good night's sleep, you know, by all means. I don't know. I've been pretty worn out these last few days as well. I seem to be, my tired seems to be tired. So yeah, it's a bit mad, isn't it? A bit crazy, but you know. Catherine is also coming in through Facebook. Hi, she says, hope all is well. She's at 49.1% on Fergus. Way, hey, you're doing great guns, Catherine. So I am into my last stitch. Well, next Wednesday, this piece will be done. We are currently less than 3,000 stitches to go. And then Christmas Cat will be done.
Woohoo.
Woohoo indeed. Okay, just going to grab a drink, no worries. Cheryl's working on Disney cross stitch. How was tractor pulling, Cheryl? And what are you guys working on? Got a Freddo. Yeah, so just got the tail to do. And then a little bit around the bottom of the scarf and the bottom of the face. And it's done. I'm going to leave it with about 300-ish stitches, 350 stitches. And then I'll finish it on next week's live. Viv is putting the first stitches into Sunbound Trail. I take it that's the portal. Siobhan is still rocking with her owl. Patsy decided a new start is in order. So working on the toy shop, Amy Stewart. Cheryl had a good time at tractor pulling. and was glad to be home on Sunday night. I bet you were. But I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Cheryl. Viv is finally, Cindy is finally finished page 6 of Steampunk Owl. Yay, finished the page. Where's my bell ringer?
It's not out yet.
Shocking. Holy confetti, but now working feverishly on page 7. And you're back, Kay. Nicely done. What are you working on? What have you got out this evening? Are you working on your kitchen shelf? Hannah is in as well, but she's upstairs out of the way. She's did a party piece at work, before work this morning, shall I say. Sewing Room by Kim Jacobs for Carla. Yeah, supersized match colour, the kitchen shelf hit 9% this morning. Definitely deserve a bell for that, hitting any percentage on a supersized match colour. Jane's working on Star Dragon. Hoping to get a page finish in the next few days. Something else in the process of finishing. The outer place piece is now in the right place. Cool. Sounds positive. I shall be working on this week Summer Sun. We'll get some rotation stitches and then it comes out for Sunflower September. And then Witchy Cat will also be out, and it will stay framed up because when I'm nearly done on this one, that one will get some more stitches. I've also had the instruction for my model stitch, so I'll need to get cracking on that. It's a blanket band, an embroidered piece that goes to trim the edge of a blanket. Annie Knowles is working on Witchy Kitty as usual. Helps if I have the right glasses on so I can actually see the holes, says Kay. Hey Sharon, oh, you're not late, you're all good. Haven't been about that long, so you're all right. How are you doing this evening? Are you okay? She said you can have it.
Yeah.
I thought she would. So yeah, before I pick this up today, I got 2,899 stitches left to go on it. So that's quite good. Although with adding in my new start next week, I'm up to over 5.5 million stitches outstanding on my current projects. Say it quick, it doesn't sound like a lot.
You'll have that done by tea time tomorrow.
I wish. Hey Carol, don't get to catch lives very often. Nice to see one. Nice to get to one. Oh, brilliant. Welcome. Hope you enjoy. Have you got some stitching? What are you working on? Sharon's been to see Tina Turner musical this afternoon. Oh, nice. Was it any good? I always like Tina Turner. Coco's pulled out Chatelaine for this evening. Cool. Kay says, I'll need to work out my total number for all my projects. Yeah. It's kind of a bit of a double-edged sword. It gives you the reality, but also it's a bit frightening. I got 5.52 million stitches just on the pieces I've currently got in rotation. Hey Kelly, Hope you're having or have had for the Europeans an excellent Wednesday. Mine has been an interesting day, I have to say. I was working today and we had a system issue. And the system issue affected everybody. And I got pulled onto the calls to say, really sorry, you can't do anything now, you'll have to try again later. And that was my template for the entire afternoon. Really sorry, can't do anything now, please try again later. Hey Lizzie, hey Daphne. Absolutely brilliant, quite emotionally impressed as it was a life story. Ah, right, okay. Hoping to finish our forest turtle Quaker today. Oh, let us know if you do, Carol, because guess what? That bell will come out. Hey, Anna Karen. Starting a few small ornaments, says Kelly, but not going to show them anyone for a while. Okay, no worries. Just a reminder, Sew and Tell thread in the group is open. So if you have a picture, pop it on. As usual, we'll be doing Sew and Tell around about 8:15. And we get to drool over everybody's lovely projects. I kind of do, Lizzie, yeah. Andy said to me, because obviously he was at home, he said to me, you're going to be saying that in your sleep. And I'm like, yep. So my boss, this is my template. But yeah, I mean, it's never good when systems go down. And we know, Andy and I were just having a conversation about how as a society we've become very reliant upon electronic systems. And we were just talking actually about, the cashless society, about how now lots of places are cash only, which I kind of agree with, but I kind of disagree with, because like, for example, Starbucks is cash only, card only here. So if you want to go into Starbucks, you can't use cash, and some people still want to use cash. I always keep cash, a small amount of cash, because you just never know. And I refuse to pay for anything less than £5 with a card payment if I can help it. And of course, things like nail tech, hairdresser, and the slimming club, I always pay cash for, because small businesses, they don't want card fees. And I certainly don't use my card if I'm at a market or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just having an interesting conversation about it. You should love sitting down days call back by. You're joking. I was serious about that today. Just try again later, and if you're still having problems, give us a call tomorrow. Clear your cache and cookies on your computer. That puzzles the heck out of people. People are like, how do I do that? People do not know basic computer maintenance now about how to clear cache and cookies. It's shocking how many people have no idea. It's something that everybody should regularly do. I can hear a cat meowing. You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm mulling over some kind of 12 days of Christmas plan. Hubby's birthday is the 12th of December. Might be a good start date. Finish up just before Christmas. That sounds good, Kelly. Like a Flossmas. Jane, I tend to pay workmen cash as well. When I had my kitchen done, I did a bank transfer. But I mean, my bank's really funny about bank transfers, and has you re-verify and stuff. Which I suppose is a good thing, but it's also an annoyance at the same time, isn't it? Because you're like, oh, I've done this payment before. Why are you asking me for more information now? But yeah, I mean, I use a lot of cash, Like I said, anything that's less than £5, I usually try and use cash for. Sometimes you have no option. Like if you're going to Tesco's, there's a queue a mile long at the checkout, but the self-service till is open, but it's card only. For speed and convenience, then yeah, you'd use it, wouldn't you? But I don't know. It's mad, innit? Mad world. Yes, sort of like Flossness, says Kelly, but for only part of December. I have to figure out the logistics of making the ornaments and getting them filmed. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've not done Flossmas. I tend to be a little bit busy around that time anyway. I'm too busy to do Flossmas, really. But, you know, there's a lot of people that do Flossmas, and I enjoy, you know, watching them. Oh, blimey, there's lots of you in tonight. I've got 51 of you so far. That's really good for a Wednesday.
Woo.
Yeah, it's funny because I was wobbling about my Wednesday streams, weren't I?
And what did I tell you?
You said keep doing them.
Thou shalt listen to me, young lady.
You're calling me young. Hey, Sherry.
Yes, I know you're not young. Or not as young as you used to be.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear, pardon. Excuse me. A bit windy, woo. Yes, December's too busy for me too, hence organising ahead of time. That's good if you can do that. I've got some annual leave, my last lot of annual leave, last week of November, beginning of December. And that's when I shall get quite a bit of my Christmas shop done. Both gifts and food, because I get all my cupboard and my freezer stores early. I don't like going to the shops too close to Christmas. And if I can get things like butter and cheese and you know, like snacks and nibbles and stuff, which I either keep or freeze, I'll do that. Oh, I've missed a stitch. Let me just put that in. Gonna be really naughty. Listen to Andy the Wise.
Wise old sage over here.
Kelly says, I'll have to catch a Stitch with Me video on a Sunday live after the fact. We're going camping again Friday and back Monday. So Labor Day weekend. No worries, Kelly. They're always there. Just be aware, though. I don't know if you caught my floss tube yesterday. YouTube seems to be taking forever and a day to process live videos. So, like last Wednesdays, it didn't process until the Friday. And Sundays was still processing on Monday morning. So if it's not there, just pop back later. It will be there eventually. About my first Christmas present last week, says Viv. That's what do you call it in Viv? Planning ahead. I'm yet to start. Hey Ashley, day off today, so finally can be here in person. Take it you're enjoying the new job. And oh, hi Celia, been lurking whilst finishing dinner, spaghetti bolognese. Yum yum, my favourite. One of my favourite dinners, that. It's in fact it's a house favourite here. We all tend to love it. It's not the actual broadcasting that's the issue, Kate. It's the processing for replay. It just takes forever at the minute. I don't know why. I think it's probably just wasted traffic on YouTube servers. I don't know. They may have got a server down somewhere. I have no idea. I just noticed that it took a long time to do last Wednesdays and Sundays. You never know, tonight's might be up in a flash, You know, I might be up in 2 minutes time. Actually, I'm absolutely loving it. It cuts into the stitching time a lot because when I get home I'm so knackered I can't even stitch. As long as you're enjoying it, that's the main thing. Cool. Yes, but for me, work today was a bit of a grind, but there you go. How about Stitch With Me? Were they taking much longer too, or was it just the live stream? It was just the live streams. Just the live streams. The Stitch With Me's were going up as normal. But the live streams, once you've stopped your stream, it processes the video up to you onto YouTube. And it just, like I said, it just took a while to do it. So I will, however, be treating myself to some stitchy stuff. This next pace is actually a little reward. Why not? Everything okay with Larry? And how does he feel about you having this new job? Is he happy for you? It's going to be your guys' anniversary around now, hasn't it? Come on, mark off. There we go. Right, okay. Made a stitchy buy today. Oh, what did you say? What did you buy? Oh, yes, he loves the fact I have the job, but now we miss each other a lot because our schedules are like opposites. Yeah, 14th of September. I see. I knew it was coming up. I couldn't remember the exact date, but, you know, I've kind of slept since your wedding. But there you go. And it's ours at the end of September, isn't it, love? Our wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
How many years is it this year?
6, isn't it?
2018 we got married,
7,
dear.
7.
7-year itch for me and Andy this year. I bought some skeins of thread I need for a new start and fabric and an urge. Oh, cool. Hoping to get a day off from work, but if it doesn't happen, oh, well, that's life. I've already planned for mine. I've got the whole week off. I always book some annual leave around the time of my wedding anniversary. In times past, we would go away for a couple of days, but that kind of seems to have fell off the cliff now.
What does?
Going away.
What, for our anniversary? Well, you see, I did want to talk to you about that. I just haven't had a chance to.
You've had loads of chance.
Well, you've either been working or whatnot, and I'm on a live stream or whatever.
Yeah, but, you know, we've had time like yesterday when we were in the car together.
Well, at that
Went
time,
to Asda.
I was thinking about shopping yesterday, though, weren't I?
Well, what you thinking?
Well, I have purposely planned my schedule around potentially going to Norfolk that week. That week. And so, do you want to come with, and we'll have a couple of days by the sea?
Ooh. I don't know. I'll have to think about that and let you know. Let's have a chat about it. Maybe tomorrow. And decide. Cindy, we celebrated our 50th anniversary on Sunday 23rd. That's why I couldn't make the stream. Oh, congratulations, Cindy, 50 years. I think we definitely deserve a bell for that.
Oh.
Awesome. Larry and I don't do much travelling. We're pretty heavy homebodies, so I don't know what we'd do really. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can hear Lauren giggling upstairs. Whereabouts in Norfolk? No idea. Huh?
Cromer.
Oh, Cromer. He knows how to sweet talk you with the seat. Yep. Hey, Maddie.
Or sharing them, it's up to you. They're actually side by side.
Took our truck to a car show for the day. Ah. Yeah, happy golden anniversary indeed. I'm just going to stop there because I'm not sure if I've done that right. No, I haven't. I've added in a line extra that I didn't need. That's not concentrating that. It's all that talk of the sea. What?
My mouse is doing something stupid.
Oh. Let's just whiz these stitches out because I don't want to.
Come on, behave now.
So I've done those. 1, 2. Yeah, done an extra line. Thought there was something wrong. Carla's wedding anniversary is also on the 14th of September. Oh, cool. I miss living near the sea, says Coco. Yep. Been to Walsingham, an interesting place. Yep. Chroma crab fresh from the sea. Yep. I definitely think Lauren's better now. The giggly teenager sounds coming from upstairs tells me so. Okay. Oof, my tummy's off on one. Okay, right. Let's see if we can't get these stitches in the right place. What's the age difference between the girls? Hannah is 23. Middle one, Victoria, who doesn't live at home, is 21. And Lauren is 16. So between oldest and youngest is 7 years. Incidentally, it's exactly the same age gaps between my girls as it is between me and my siblings. My brother's 7 years older than me, my sister 5. Do they get on well? Well, It depends on what day of the week it is. Sometimes they quarrel like cat and dog.
Does it end in a Y?
Other times they are as close and as tight as can be. So it just depends on when you catch them, really, if I'm honest. Gail's got 2 sisters. The youngest is 15 years younger. Blimey. It's a big old gap. Just got lunch, says Kelly. Bacon and tomato sandwich. Tomato from the garden. Cool. Anna, yeah, indeed. Does the middle one live far? No. We don't get along, so that's why I don't talk about her very much. Or rather, should I say, she chooses not to get along with me. And I'm just respecting her wishes. And honestly, that's all I want to say about that. But the sisters are all still close. And, you know, they are together regularly. Okay, that is definitely in the right place now. Me and my sister were 21 years apart in age and 19 between me and my big brother. Blimey, that's another big jump. My best friend had her son, and then 15 years later, unexpectedly found herself having another one. So, yeah, her second son was not so much a surprise as an absolute shock. It wasn't until she was 6 months pregnant that he actually found out she was pregnant. There you go. Okay, I'll just mark these off so I don't get confused. There. Okay, I'm going to add in a different colour, I think, now. Let's have a look. 3371. It's not my choice, Gail. Unfortunately, it's hers. I'm just respecting her decision, because what else can I do? Okay, all right, let's get this 3371 going. It's all dark colours on this bit, I'm afraid. So we're not going to see much variety. I've had lots of zeros lately, which has been nice. Okay. About 10 more minutes for show and tell. So do pop something on the thread if you haven't done so already. And we will be getting ready to show off your guys' stitchy goodness and what you've been up to. I properly loved working on this piece this week, and I don't know why. I've just kind of been obsessed with it. It's probably because it's close to a finish that I've been wanting to work on it more and more. I think you do get like that, don't you? Yeah, but quite a lot of zeros. Colours wise, 2, 4, 6, 8, 18 colours left. There are about 33, I think, 34. So I'm down to 18 left, which isn't bad. I totally caught up with my stitches. With the day out, now behind again. Oh, heck. Is it just black? No, this one is 3371, so very dark brown. Yeah, I did. Maddie, I've seen it yet. I was just in the middle of rebooting everything. Because a couple of times when we've had issues with the stream, it's because I've needed to reboot everything. I don't want, you know, more streams split into two. It's not fair on you guys. Yes, I did see it. It looks great. But yeah, the tail is sort of blacks and browns and tans. And not much left. 18 colours, some of which are down to single figures. So I've got, I said, a model stitch that I need to get cracking on now. I've had my instructions, which I should probably start Friday or Saturday maybe. It'll not take long. Get that sorted out and sent back next week, and then get some more, which will be good. Keeps the wolves from the door. I don't know if you saw, Sharon, on my floss tube, I am well over my target stitches at the minute, so I've got a few stitchy days in hand if I need. So if ever I fancied a day off stitching, Andy's like, that'll never happen. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I've had a couple of times where I said to him, oh, I feel shockingly tired, I'm going to have an early night. Then I'm still sat up until 10 p.m. stitching. Although I did have an early night on Monday, didn't I?
Yeah.
Went to bed just after 9, which is early for me. But you stitch even when you're sick. Yep, I do. We went to Nottingham for the day on Monday, and I took my stitching in the car. And I got about 300 stitches done. I know you were, perhaps you'll pass them this way, sharing is caring. Yeah, you can have some if you like. But I'm not swapping my stitching shelf. What are you currently on, Sharon? What's your rotation piece at the minute? I've forgotten. Oh, you managed it in the end. Wow, hope you paid your taxes. Yes. Yeah, we did. I mean, I gave Lauren the option, you know, and I said to her, how are you feeling? She's like, yeah. I says, right, thing is, if we go, we go, and we focus on being out for the day and having an enjoyable day. Rather than, oh, I feel terrible, I want to go home. You want to look forward and not, you know, not focus on how you're feeling, focus on what you're doing. And that seemed to work. And, you know, like I said, she woke up on Tuesday morning, she felt absolutely on top of the world. I could tell she was fine by Tuesday dinner time. She was beating a mug with makeup, like teenagers do. And you know, I thought, yeah, Lauren's okay. She's on the mend. I had to force myself to bed last night. It was 2 a.m. I was absolutely wired thinking of 2026 plans. Perhaps many of you are planning as well. I've been thinking about my 2026 plans as well, because I am going to increase the rotation stitches dependent on the size of the project. So I'm going to have like 3 tiers of projects, but I've still got to decide on what's what. I got some index cards on Monday, so I can put everything on index cards as well. Because I like to have organised things, and yeah, I like to write things down. Sharon just swapped today, starting caustic fuchsia. Cool. I've only done 90 stitches so far. We'll have a late night. Lizzie only did 27 stitches, and that was 27 redone because of a visit from Miss Yola Frog. I made a new Whippopoly board for next year, and now I'm impatient. I'm thinking 1,500 for full coverage and 1,000 for non-full coverage, but keeping my 2 days or number of stitches. Yeah. Visiting Buxton again in November on my birthday, going to see the play 222. It's a ghost story. Oh, sounds nice, Gail. If that's your thing. So what I'm thinking next year is I'm going to have up to 250,000 stitches, 250,000 and above, up to 500,000, and then 500,000 and above. And the smallest ones put in 1,000 stitches every rotation. The medium ones put in 1,500 stitches every rotation. And the big ones put in 2,000 stitches every rotation. Because I have noticed that some of the bigger ones, they've not moved an awful lot percentage-wise this year. And I've had a good lot of finishes this year so far. I'll hopefully start on Amy Stewart's Treasure Hunt bookshelf, supersized max colour next year. Take a lot to save up for that. Thread packs available on Thread Geeks. Oh, cool. Carol, I love to start my plans early. Gives me lots of time to change my mind. Yep. Getting dark too quick tonight. I've just had to put the big light on, says Kate. Yep. Oh, fingers crossed, girl. Hopefully you will be able to drive by then. Viv says, all I know is next year I intend to finish Pale Elf. Cool. Looking forward to seeing that done. I shall be carrying on with my 2 finishes, 1 start. Whether or not I will hit the lofty heights of 500k stitches again, I don't know. Probably. But I don't think I'll be... this year is like an aim to see if I can actually do it. And it looks like I can. So next year it's maintaining it, isn't it? I'm going to put the light on as soon as it's getting dark. Yeah, by 8 o'clock-ish now it's getting dark. 8 o'clock it's starting to look darker. Which is good for us here because it means that all the kids go in and the idiots aren't out on the streets with the cars and the bikes revving up. It's quiet. Mind you, we've still got the noisy neighbours. Next year I'm going to try for 250k stitches. Cool, that's absolutely achievable. It works out about 650, 680 a day. So if you stitch a lot, I don't know, that cost 500,000 means I had to do 1,367 a day. Okay. We will be shortly ready for some show and tell. There won't be any more of this new start every month malarkey that I'm doing this year. Maybe two, 3 months, unless my arm is twisted by a certain floss tuber who convinced me to buy a chart. Ooh. I was talking about a sale next year. All right, okay. I'll be putting September's out this week in the group as well for Sunflower September. And use that prompt in any way, however tenuous it does, the link, it doesn't matter. The daily stitch count just mentioned is 3 days worth of stitching for me. Yeah. Kelly was thinking of an idea of prompts for myself for next year. If other people want to join me, then it's a sal. If not, it will just be another way to keep me working on projects. I wonder if there's such a thing, you know, like you have a random number generators. I wonder if there's random word generators. You know, perhaps could do a sell around that. There's bound to be a random word generator, isn't there?
I'm sure you can find one.
I wish I could stitch over 500 a day, but I just can't. Sunflowers are my favourite flowers. I was so distraught to find I have only one whip with them on. Next year I'm going to have to find some more. Yeah. That's sort of my idea. I mentioned it in my August floss tube that uploads tomorrow. Oh, cool. Right. I have to so look, I can't either work days. I'm looking to get 200 in. Yeah. I have to live to be about 500 to stitch all the charts. Yeah, it doesn't stop you from acquiring more. It's a whole hobby in itself, acquiring charts, Carol. Right, are we ready for a bit of show and tell? Have we got a jingle ready, dear?
You can have a jingle if you just give me a moment. Already got the bell out, as you know.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, I'll have a bit of show and tell. Okay, I have my sloths on today.
The sloths?
My sloths.
Oh, your sloth pajamas, yeah.
Yeah. Cute, aren't they? Okay, let's have a look and see what you guys have been working on. Okay. And so explain it to my dad, he only buys charts he's going to do as he considers it all one hobby. Yes, collecting charts is a legit hobby of its own. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, thanks, Kate. Yeah, it's like a cornflower blue this time on my nails. Come on. Hey, Esther. How are you this evening? Nice to see you. Just have a quick drink. Oh, that's from Cillia's on Sunday. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Simply a Stitcher and friends. Where are you? Come on, group. Load up. There we go. Okay. Cindy has this is her page 6 complete and onto page 7 of her steampunk owl heaven and earth design Malcolm Watson 2/2 on 36 count flax linen by Zweigart. So let's have another little tinkle again for Cindy's fabulous page finish. Nicely done, Cindy. And Viv's new start. This is the Rose Khan portal. It's a very long and thin piece, but if I just zoom in to it, we can see more of the detail. So we've got a dragon at the top, an airship. We've got some butterflies there, another dragon in the background, and we've got a turtle here, and there's a bridge over a river, and then flowers at the bottom, all in a frame. Hey, Carla. Oh, I've sort of said hello to you. I don't know why I'm saying hello again, but hello again. Okay, let's have a look on the Sew and Tell thread. All comments. Okay, Enid. Let's just load this one. Is busy stitching on the last of the 3 beach holiday freebies from the World in Stitches. So we've got 2 shades of blue in there already. But yeah, lovely to see that one coming along, Enid. Kay say, sorry been AWOL the last few weeks. I'm hopefully back more or less normal. And while I've not been visible as much, I've still been stitching and hit a little milestone with this project this morning, hitting 9.01% complete, or 66,339 out of 736,623 stitches. The kitchen shelf, supersized Max Colour Hade, artwork Amy Stewart, on 25 count, easy count, even weave, CXC 1/1 full cross. And we'll have another little tinkle for K as well. But yeah, it's looking fab. So yeah, nicely done. Okay. And Kay has shared the mock-up as well. Oh, purple on the exterior, DMC 333. Yeah, it sometimes it does look blue, that one. I don't know why. So yeah, so there's the mock-up for Kay's. 239 colours in this one. 999 by 737. So it's a big old piece. Okay, Anna has made it to 85% on Witchy Kitty. This is a piece by the Cross Stitch Studio. The August Pain Pleasure Sal has been a great motivator. Good to hear. Currently 180,428 stitches out of 210,000, 85.92%. 25 count, 1/1 full cross on some DMC. That looks awesome. I absolutely love it. That's a wonderful piece, that, Anna. Okay. And as you can see from the mock-up, there's not a lot left to do. I've got the bottom section, and then the Witchy Kitty will be done. But yeah, it's going to be amazing when it's finished, Anna, so well done. Viv has been with... Can't even speak. I've got mouth ulcer, so if I sound a bit weird, that's why. Viv has been working on Ottoman Patchwork by Vivsters on Etsy. So just zooming in there because the central colour on here has got white, like a starburst in it. And some of the rays have got patterns in them as well. And an awesome needle minder. I'm sorry, did I roll my eyes out loud? I love that. And I do believe Viv has shared a mock-up. Yes, she has. So look at that. So this is the same seller that does the flags, you know, where we've seen the Scottish one, we've seen the Pride one, and so on and so forth. You know, different flags for different nations and stuff. But yeah, it's a super colourful piece. So if you fancy a bit of blocky colour in your life, this would absolutely fit that bill, wouldn't it? Okay, B Elemental for Maddie has reached 5% today and a page finish. Taking a little break for now, but then she'll be working on a Bonfire Night later. So that looks awesome. You know, first page down, and you know, hope you're enjoying it. It's wonderful. To see you getting a page finish on this piece. I haven't started mine yet. And there is the mock-up. So number 16, Maddie's number 16, and mine was in the 20s. So she was definitely the fastest finger on the buttons when it came to ordering this one. But yeah, it's going to be fabulous when it's done. Nicely done, Maddie. Okay, Jane has a second page finish on Sail Regatta. So just zoom in a little bit there. Super neat. Oh, you missed one. I'm kidding. I can't see that closely. Speaking of seeing things, I'll tell you the story about the Opticians in a bit. And Jane has a quilt top that she's been working on for the last 3 days. And in taking the photo, I noticed I have a corner block the wrong way around. Well, I think it looks awesome. I couldn't tell what's right and what's wrong. So, oh yes, I see. Yeah, one of the corner blocks. I gotcha. But yeah, that looks absolutely fabulous, that, Jane. And just a shade away from finished by the look of it. Absolutely stunning. I think they can have a bell for that. I love these fabrics. It gives like a space kind of effect. You know, when you look at it from afar, it looks like a galaxy. It's beautiful. Carla has been working on her mini sewing room, Kim Jacobs, Heaven and Earth Design. And it's on some 20 count 2/1 full cross. And there is Carla's progress. Super neat, as usual. $25 count by Artistry for Sail Regatta. Ah, wonderful. Okay, and here is the mock-up for Carla's piece. So, yeah. Lots of pastel colours in that one. Celia has almost got another percent. She will let us know if she reaches it during the stream. North American Mammals, Ciro Marchetti. And it's looking phenomenal. Really, really lovely. I know you've just seen this because it was still there on the tablet when I opened it, but here is the mock-up for the North American Mammals. Still absolutely stunning piece. Love it, love it. Ashley is busy working on her Spellbound Joan Elliott. Managed to get her in a larger frame, which will make it easier for beading. This is 2/2 on 28 count Lamplight from Pole Stitchers. She's coming along, Ashley. So, yeah, she's got a cute face. And Ashley has shared the mock-up for this one. And there we go. It's a beautiful piece. And I know that you wanted to get this one finished, Ashley. It won't be long. I'm pretty sure. Right, let me go back to most recent. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Nope, just a short thread today for Sew and Tell. Let me just lock it. I think there's something else I want to show you though. Events. Okay, so in Pleasure or Pain, I did notice a little update earlier from Daphne, I think it was. Of course, there's lots of stuff in here, but it was the one from Daphne I wanted to particularly point out when I can find it. I think it was this one, yes. So she's working on Bonfire Winter Nights, which is, I know it's a chart that you've got, Maddie, isn't it? And then she's put lots of progress pictures in as she's been doing it. And August the 26th, I think we've pretty much gone from the starting point of like very little. So what was there? What, about 600 or 700 stitches maybe? And then Daphne has posted a most recent piece there. So just 100 or so stitches a day, and she's got a really good chunk of change on. So yeah. Hey Kay. Artisty Sailboats. Yes, that's the one that Jane's doing. There's a mock-up in this thread. So yeah, there you go. Sailing Regatta, a Leonid Afromov piece, Enid. So if we did fancy another big project, there you go. So there we go. So yeah, there's lots of stuff in this Pleasure and Pain stitch along. So definitely worth a mooch in here and have a look and seeing what people are working on. You know, it's just it's so nice to see all of the different pieces. So thank you very much. Like I said, I will be opening the sunflower one for August at the end of this week. Okay, Catherine, let me just, oh, that's the local Facebook group. Don't think we need to hear about what they're ranting about in WOF. Okay, Catherine's Fergus. So there we are, 49.1%. Isn't that just fabulous? Absolutely awesome. I do not need to buy more charts. I do not need to buy more charts. I do not need to buy more charts. Do you know your PayPal password, Coco? So, yeah, there we go. Okay. So, there we go. Thank you very, very much, guys, for those of you who have contributed to the Show and Tell thread. It's always super, super nice to see what you guys are working on and enable everybody. So thank you very, very much. Okay, back to Christmas cards. So let me zoom back in. If you're enjoying what you're seeing tonight, please do give this video a thumbs up for me. It will help me out with the YouTube algorithm and make me more visible. So I thank you for that. Okay. I'm on a chart buying ban, says Viv. Like, it's a hobby of its own. I'm enjoying getting familiar with everyone's whips and seeing the progress is fantastic. It's the next best thing to stitching them myself. Yes, that's the real nice thing about Show and Tell. You can definitely live vicariously, can't you? And, you know, see what other people are doing and how they're getting on and, you know, cheering people on. I think it's so important as well, isn't it? Yeah, I love Show and Tell as a segment of these live streams. And we all get tempted by PayPal. Speaking of PayPal, Patsy seems to have dropped off. Bless her. I wonder if she's nodded off. I know she said she was tired earlier. Excuse me. So another brown going in, a slightly lighter one. Fergus the Crew, love the tartan blanket. Yes. Unique to your lives. Yeah, definitely. It's a bit of a USP, isn't it? Unique selling point. Oh, still there just lurking. Ah, bless you. I absolutely knackered, Patsy. And did you manage to finish your daughter's utility room, your painting? Is that what's worn you out? I can't believe I'm actually near enough finishing this piece because this is one of the later pieces that I started. Start 15 or 16, I think. Yes, I'm shattered. Got it all done. And yes, totally. Oh, bless you. That be what's done you then, Patsy? I've just had an exhausting day talking to people and saying the same old thing over and over and over again. No, you can't do it. Yes, you'll have to try again later. Yes, we know about it. Yes, we're working on it. stitch doesn't sit right, does it? I yearn to move to the west coast of Oregon or something, but we're stuck here in Colorado. Oh, I love the sea, me. I like water. For me, you know, yes, Sharon was absolutely spot on earlier on. Andy can always tempt me with the sea.
Can I?
Yes, you can always tempt me with the sea, even if it's just like a trip to the coast for fish and chips. You can always tempt me with the sea. We are fairly inland. We're about, what, an hour and a half from my nearest bit of coast.
Something like that.
But I absolutely love, I can just sit by the sea. We're glad to finish this section, says Kay. I think every stitch in this block has been a different colour. That's the chance you take, though, isn't it, with supersized max colour. Some of the blocks in my night cafe have been a change every stitch. I placed a picture of my upcoming new start to the group. Oh, cool. I'll have a look at that. Kelly was spoiled growing up in the suburbs of Vancouver. Oh. I think everybody would like to be, you know, near the coast. It'd almost feel like being on holiday all the time, wouldn't it? That's the nice thing about these lives as well, that in the chat, you guys chat amongst yourselves as well. I love that, because it's like you're making new friends. And, you know, talking to people with something in common, whether it be a place that you know or a place that you've been or whatever. It's really lovely. Silly needs to see mountains to feel at home, which made living in Florida quite weird. I bet it did. Absolutely, I bet it did. I like the peace and quiet, but I like the sound of the sea. I like the sound of water. Sometimes me and Andy will go to a village and there'll be a little river or a brook, or, you know, like we've seen ones where there's been water wheels and stuff. I love that. Carla's tempting Andy to bring you to where Carla lives by the Atlantic. And go to the Nicola Tea Rooms or coffee shop, whatever it is. I can see the Rocky Mountains from where I live if the air is clean, says Enid. Oh, cool. Grew up near forests or trees make me feel at home. Cool. Gail. Love it. You wouldn't want to swim in the sea at Blackpool. You might hit a turd. That's very true, actually. Mind you, I don't go sea swimming. I wouldn't do that. It's the sound of it that I love. Yeah. Seas around us are not terribly clean, are they? Yes, coffee shop and the beach, Sosimbra. Ah. What have we got now? I have to get my passport renewed, Carla, because it's about to run out. The first 100 stitches are in, says Viv, so she's calling it a night. No worries, Viv. 100 stitches down is 100 stitches less to do. How many is in it in total? Yeah, Enid used to Vancouver, snowshoe in the mountains in Vancouver. Ooh. The portal, 160,800. Wow, that's quite big, isn't it? It's quite a meaty sized piece. 160,000 stitches. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy every minute of it, Viv. It looks beautiful. Okay. Da, da, da. Yes, yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm stitching Sailing Fairy in my pain-free crafts, and the charting is just brilliant. You know, I love it. If everything were charted that way, slightly meatier, thicker lettering, easy to see, I'd be happy all day. Lots of shades of brown in this kitty's tail. I'll give you a laugh. My friend applied for a passport for a 15-month daughter. The neighbour was a senior police officer, verified the photo. It got rejected as she hadn't known her for 2 years. Oh my God. That's madness. I ought to tell you actually about my saga with the optician. So I have an eye test every couple of years. And, you know, I'm quite good at having my eye test done. And I'll get the notification and I'll think about it and I'll sort out an appointment and I'll do it, you know, when I'm good and ready. You know, if I was having problems with my eyes, obviously I'd make it a bit quicker, but I'm not, in all honesty. You know, my eyes are doing quite well at the moment. She was having a telephone interview today. I suggested she put the daughter on the phone. Yeah, that would have been good. So last week, early part of last week, I got a text message from the opticians. Dear Mrs. Smith, you're due for an eye test. You know, give us a call and we'll book you in an appointment. Okay, great, no worries. Forgot about it. Well, I didn't forget about it. It was in the back of my mind, but it's not urgent. You know, it's not like, honestly, it's not like having to go for a mammogram or something that is, whilst your eyes are important, there are other bits that are more important, I think is what I'm meaning. Prioritizing. So Sunday, I missed a call. And I looked on my phone and it was from the opticians. It's a funny day to ring on a Sunday. I'm not answering the phone to an optician on a Sunday. They can taters. It's not happening. Sundays are family time. It was a bank holiday weekend. And then later on I looked at my phone and there was another missed call from them. Hey, still here, 26%. Woohoo! And of course, over the weekend, I've had Lauren unwell, so my thoughts have kind of been elsewhere, and I've not been thinking about making an optician appointment because it's not hugely, it's not at the forefront of my mind. Family first. So Monday, we were all gone out, and I'm there, and I'm like, I've missed, because I usually have my phone on silent or on vibrate, and I got my phone on vibrate, and it rung, and it was Optical Express. I'm walking through a shopping centre in Nottingham. I'm not answering the phone and making an appointment, so I rejected the call. And then a bit later, we were having our lunch, I think, and it happened again. I ended the call because it's a bank holiday and it's my family time, and I was not having it. And I said to Andy about it, and I says, wait until they phone me again. On a regular day, and I shall be giving them a piece of my mind, because this is badgering me to make an appointment. So Monday morning, 8:30 in the morning, the phone rings. So I picked it up, and he says, oh, hello, is that Mrs. Smith? And I said, yes, speaking. Oh, it's so-and-so from the Opticians, right? The optician in Sheffield is, and I'm quoting what he said, is very concerned that you are overdue your eye test and you haven't made an appointment. And I said, all right, can you just tell me, is there an emergency going on at your opticians or something? He says, I don't know what you mean. I says, right, it's Monday morning. I was called yesterday. I was called on Sunday after getting a text message only last week. And now you're telling me that I am all of a sudden well overdue for this appointment and the optician's concerned. I only had the text message last week, and if you're badgering me for to make an, I wasn't rude to him. You know, I was forceful, but I wasn't rude. I was just like, this isn't customer service when you basically badgering me to make an appointment. I said to him, I said, I'm a grown woman. I will make an appointment when I have the time to make the appointment, when I can fit the appointment into my schedule. And I told him, I said, don't ring me again. And they haven't. But I think I will be looking for an alternative optician, because I'm unhappy that I'm being badgered to make this appointment. It's just ridiculous. I mean, this is a national company. What I don't get is the person who was on the phone to me, apparently concerned about the optician in Sheffield, was 400 miles away in Glasgow. So how would they know the optician was concerned? But I don't think it put him immediately on the back foot when I said to him, is there some sort of an emergency going off? I don't think he quite knew what to say. But no, I should be having a look. We've got some independent opticians around here, plus we've got a Vision Express, we've got a Specsavers, we've got a Scrivens, and I'm going to have a look and see what I can do, because I'm just not happy about being badgered to do something that I know I need to do, but for the sake of, for being decent, people have to arrange a time. When am I going to be available? Have I got some time to book in this appointment? But yeah. So There is a story about Donald at the opticians, and apparently the dispensing optician was concerned. I was like, yeah, right, okay. I'm sure that you, I'm pretty sure that, you know, the optician knows you personally. You've been out in the pub with him. And he said, you know that Mrs. Smith from Rotherham, she's overdue for her eye test. Yeah, all right. It is coercive, absolutely. I think all opticians do it. I get badgered last year, so I was overdue. Eye test explained I was having treatment. I want to get out of the way first. Yeah, Lizzie and Jane are both Specsavers. Yeah. My phone just rang with an odd number. Perhaps it's your optician. You never know. You could be saying, you're on that live stream with that there Mrs. Smith. She's well overdue her appointment. I just think it's they've got a bloody neck, really. I mean, I get it. They're a business. They're there to make money, but, you know, by badgering customers like that, they're just alienating them, aren't they? Funny you say this, my optometrist just texted to remind me of my appointment next week, says Laurie. Hey, they're listening to us. That's what it is. If they're watching us on this live stream, then they can get subscribing and get thumbs up. Funny. I'm one of those people that I absolutely will not be pushed. You know, if you push me, I'm less likely to do it. Mine's a wee local company, and I went to them on recommendation of my friend who's used them for years, due my next appointment in November. Yeah. I have varifocal glasses, and to be fair, varifocals are quite an expense. You're talking £400 for glasses. But for my eyes and my prescription, it's what I need. So, you know, as well as that, when I'm spending that sort of money, I don't want to be pressured into doing it. It's a global optical emergency. It must be. I've been waiting over 2 years for an optician specialist referral. They've not called me to say they're concerned, though. They must really like me. Yeah, they must do. There must be something. I don't know. I mean, it's not like, you know, I would ring them up and say, you know, please go and speak to your broker because, you know, your insurance or your mortgage or whatever is overdue for a new rate, or you need, you know, you could save money on your car insurance or your house insurance or whatever. I'm not going to save money on my glasses, am I? It's still going to be the same price. Lurking again, says Laurie, busy lady. Oh, bless you. And thank you. Yes, indeed. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already, please. Let's grab a drink. You all right, dear? That was a big sigh. I do need glasses, but I need progressives, about £1,000, somewhere like £400. Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive, but, you know, I mean, eye care obviously is important, especially, you know, if you're like us and you're using the screen all the time. But, you know, give me a break. Give me, you know, you've sent me the reminder. Give me a chance to act on it. I'll show up in a minute. Patsy's calling it a night. No worries at all, my lovely. You go and get a good night's sleep. And see you Sunday, all being well. And Kelly's also going to head out to finishing up laundry, ready for camping. Have a wonderful weekend, Kelly, and I do hope you enjoy your camping trip. But as I said to you, if the stream isn't available immediately on replay, don't worry, it'll be there. Just keep checking back. And next Wednesday, all being well, I can't see any reason why this one wouldn't be finished. So we will be having a stitch to a finish next Wednesday. Catch you all later, says Kelly, after I get back from camping. No worries at all, my lovely. Enjoy. We watched two of Andy's videos, one that talked about mental health practices in Victorian times and how women tried to help those afflicted.
Mary Dendy, Great Orford.
Oh, Kay's reached 15% on her dragon eye. That can have a bell. Nicely done, Kay. By the way, do send me an inbox update to what we were talking about the other week. If you have one, I'd be interested to know. And that's for Kay, by the way, Sussex Stitcher Kay. And the other Kay, thank you very much for the link. I will take a look at that later. I did see your comment earlier, Carla, as well, just to let you know, and you're booking the holiday from work. Bless you. Enid is almost 8% on her beach hut. Yay! Let's have a little tinkle tinkle for Enid. Kay says, will do, I do. Oh, great stuff. Yes, I'd be interested to find that out. I did that bit of Googling, by the way, and it was very interesting. So thank you for letting me know about that. And that's all I'll say on that matter.
1932. God, you'd be 90 odd, wouldn't you?
1932. You'd be 93?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you've had a birthday this year, you'd be 93.
I'm just trying to, I don't know how old this is, so will there be any 93-year-olds still living in this place?
Don't know. I don't know. Don't know where you are.
Caldecott.
It might be, you never know. It might not be what you're looking for, but it's a starting point. Yeah, I'll have a look. But yeah, I think, yeah, definitely, if we have like a random word generator, I think that might be fun. Oh, Lauren's laughing her head off upstairs. She's had to go back up to college today. There's some issue with her enrollment, so she's had to go and do it again. Well, I said do it again. She had to complete it. The button wasn't showing up here, so she's had to go all the way to college for a button. And she's looking forward to starting next week. Weekly challenge. I'm sure Siska uses one for her group. I'm sure, yeah. I don't really want to be doing sort of any more than the monthly sales, really, unless there's a call for it. I don't want to sort of bombard the group with sales or challenges or whatever, really, because I don't really like to sort of say, you know, challenge is get so many stitches. It never works, and it just pressures people. I just, no. And you can go to optometrists where you'd like to go to Glasgow. what is she going to be doing at college? Performing arts. Which is great because she's already a drama queen, and I tell her that. We had a silly game at work. Somebody would pick a word and we had to provide sentences, yes, and conversation using that word for the day. It was paged on a Friday. We used to do something similar where I used to work. We used to have like a bingo game, and there would be so many random words on a bingo board, and you had to drop those words into conversations you were having with a customer. That was quite funny, actually, because you'd have like really strange words, and where possible you had to drop them in with the customer and try and win the game by getting the first bingo. That used to be quite fun. That was when I used to do gas and electricity. I'm so glad I don't do that now. I don't think I'd want to be in the gas and electricity world now. It'd be awful. It's just 2 hours for my plane, and Glasgow is more by car. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Does she get a scholarship or something? I heard UK did away with free university or something. The course itself is free because it has to be in full-time education here and until they're 18 or on an apprenticeship or something like that. So the college course is free. University is not, but whether she'll get to university stage, I don't know. But she's got, I think it's a 2-year course that she's doing. And unfortunately, I earn too much to qualify for a bursary for her. So I will be supporting her. Oh, thanks, Kay. I'll have a look at that later. Just popping down to make a tea. No worries. Yeah, UK did away with 3 uni about 30 years back. Yeah. I'm not sure if it was, I mean, the amount of people I see in my job now that have got student loans and they are in their 40s, it's ridiculous. You're still paying off student loans. Mad. I unfortunately never got to go to college or university. Did you went to university, didn't you, love?
In manner of speaking.
Did you have to pay for your university course?
No.
How come?
Because Mum and Dad didn't earn anything.
Oh, right, okay, so it's means tested.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does take a long time to pay off the loans, and I'm so glad that I didn't have them. I didn't go to university, so it's awful when you trying to go out and work to support your economy, and you have to pay to be educated to get to do a good job, to do to have a high or a decent paying job. Google random word generator, and they do exist. Oh, thank you. Okay. Went to uni in the years where all your debt could be wiped after 15 years, so mine is all gone. Now I'm 35. Oh, that's good. It's just a minefield now, and I don't think I'd want to be a young person looking at education now. I really wouldn't. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. Okay, the cat is busy haunting Victoria. Start that again. The cat is busy haunting Hannah. I suspect that she's after her tea. Okay. Seem to have done a lot on this piece again today. Heading towards 400 stitches on it. I feel that things like plumbing, electricals, hairdressing, things like that ought to be on the curriculum. It may not be CO or whatever, but it's what people need and want. Yeah, I can remember talking to somebody a while back, and he said, when I left school, my dad said to me I needed to get a job that would pay me for life. He says, and I sat and had to think about it, and I thought, what do people need and what will people always need? And the two things that he came up with were a mechanic and a hairdresser's, because they were both things that he could see himself doing. He ended up being a mechanic, because no matter what, people's cars will always break down. Like people's hair will always need cutting. And, you know, mechanic and that you don't necessarily have to go to uni for. It's a college job, I think. Apprenticeship, rather than, you know, university type of thing. I could be wrong. And hairdresser is normally done at, you know, college. Yeah, he was like, how to think about what people will always need. And he said it served him well in the pandemic because he could still, to a degree, keep working. After all, who was it that said it's a shame that those who knows how to run a country are too busy cutting hair and driving a taxi? Yeah. Oh, it looks blurry. The baker for bread and the undertaker. Well, that's true as well, Carla. Very true. If I could do life all over again, I'd go to mortuary school. Yes, morbid but consistent customers, not very much affected by recession. Very true. I remember Andy and I were on holiday a couple of years back. We went to Pagham. Was it a couple of years back? Yeah. And I saw my perfect job come up. as a coroner's officer. I'd love to do that job. Investigative officer. How many stitches are you hoping to get done by the end of stream? At least 400, Lizzie, which I can definitely see. It'll be over 400, I'm sure. It's because So and Tell wasn't particularly, there wasn't a lot on the thread. I've had the thread before where there's been, 30 to 40 comments. There was 20 on there today. So and Tell took a little less time than anticipated. I'm so worried I won't be able to buy cross-stitch needles anymore. If I drop one, I will still relentlessly hunt for it. Yeah. I hunt for mine too, but it's normally to protect Andy's feet. If I could go back, I'd take a culinary course. I know a guy who did, and he could make the most amazing food, including making his own delicious salad dressing. Speaking of culinary, do you see the reviews on the second series of With Love and Megan? I haven't watched it. I have no intention of watching it. I didn't watch the first. And to say the second one has been panned is the understatement of the century. Netflix have not promoted it. It was not in the top 10. It was not in the new release list. People just aren't bothered, are they? Especially when they have, shall we say, questionable guests on. Considering that one of the guests was a proven internet bully. It's the Meghan Markle thing that she did on Netflix, a cooking show or lifestyle, whatever, which basically includes putting peanuts in a new bag and making bath bombs that will burn your skin off. She really has no clue. And, talk about being tone deaf. Everything's got flower sprinkles on it. Edible flowers. And being elevated. No, love. Not my cup of tea. And I'm a housewife, and mother culinary skills are of extreme importance, although my admin assistant skills are constantly in play. Yep, that's very true. And also, when you were a mother, you also become a referee when there is more than one. I cancel my Netflix subs as I'm just not using it, watching Prime Video more these days. I've got Netflix. I'll have a look occasionally, see if there's a series on to binge watch, but I'm usually plumbed into YouTube. It's my outlet of choice these days. Don't watch TV at all, except, things like Unforgotten, which I'll watch. But yeah, we've got Disney Plus and we've got Netflix, and I rarely watch either. Last thing I watched on Netflix was something called Department Q. It was a thriller, and that was very good. Series. It was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got Netflix, which I'm glad of, because there's a new film out tomorrow called The Thursday Murder Club. Oh, right, okay. Oh, I've got to move. This is why I don't like my streams going longer than 2 hours, love. My bums fell asleep. Oh. Andy was asking me the other day, if time was not an object, not an issue, how long would I stream for? And I said, well, time really is an issue, because after a couple of hours, I'm ready for a walkabout because I'm losing blood supply to my lower half. And then when blood supply gets back to the lower half, my bladder wakes up and tells me I need a wee. So 2 hours is about my limit. I've got a dead leg right now, which is fun. Not. But it's waking back up, so. Hey Liz, I just found Last of Summer Wine on YouTube, laughing out loud, watching every episode. Yeah. I like that one. I hope they go second series. I'd never guess it was Matthew Good in lead role. This looks so different from The Crown and Downton Abbey. Not seen either of those. Not watched The Crown, not watched Downton Abbey. Her and Hazmat Hal, the champions of online cyberbullying. Yep. Or as one of the people I subscribe to on YouTube calls them, horrid and methane. I was the Wednesday and the Sandmans. Oh, cool. Lost of Summer Wine did go downhill when Compo died. Yeah. We still got to get to Bill Owen's grave, haven't we? In Upper Thong. Bill Owen and Peter Sallis are buried side by side in a place called Upper Thong. Okay, have I got a 0? Nope, still got 11 stitches of this colour to do. Where? Yeah, Call the Midwife, Downton Abbey, The Crown. Never interested me. Leave me cold. Not my thing. Although I do have an interest in the royal family, and particularly things like royal jewels, because we have a vested interest. We pay for the monarchy. Yes, okay, it's only a couple of pounds a year per house or per person, but we still pay for them. I've been watching a lot of really interesting stuff on YouTube about royal jewellery history lately. I'm not sure Downton Abbey, but excited for more Daredevil reboot. Don't know. I love Downton Abbey, but it went off The Crown when it got to the 80s. Yes, she did, Enid. Queen Elizabeth II indeed pay taxes. She agreed to pay income tax, partially as a result of the fire that broke out in Windsor Castle. There was an agreement that she'd open Buckingham Palace to the public to help pay for the repairs, and she'd also voluntarily pay income tax. The King and Prince William also voluntarily pay income tax. And what a lot of people don't know is that the Crown actually give more to the country than the monarch and his family take from the country, because the Crown estate, which owns all Crown property and collects rents and stuff, pays all of that money to central government, and then central government give, like, you know, they have what's called the civil list, which is a list of royals, and they're given an annual allowance. And what's received by the government from the Crown estate far outweighs what's paid to the royals from the civil list. I only watched The Crown till the 80s. I've never watched the rest of it. Yeah. Yeah, the Queen was, you know, incredibly respected. And it just seems very strange that we no longer have a queen. I mean, obviously, I knew her all of my childhood. She was been on the throne already for nearly 25 years by the time I was born. But she was incredibly well respected here in the UK. Yeah, she was quite a diplomat as well. And never had any whiff of scandal or anything like that. She knew how to act, to dress, to speak, what to say, even down to what jewellery she wore. Even her jewellery was a diplomatic choice. I found it interesting that the last time that the Queen held a state visit for Donald Trump, and they had a banquet, the Queen chose to wear her Burmese ruby tiara because they were considered to be a protective force. There were 96 rubies that were meant to cure 96 ailments, but also had this sort of protective force around the Burmese rubies to keep evil away, kind of thing, which I thought was mildly amusing. Mr. Two, she was totally weird. Must be a Canadian thing. She was literally on money. Yeah, and here too, and she still is. We're getting lots of stuff now circulated with the King on it. But still, the vast majority of our coins and notes have got a Queen on them. I mean, to be fair, in the 80s, I can remember having coins with King George VI on them that were still legal tender, even though he died in 1952. But there were still some old 2 shilling pieces, which would have been our 10 pence coin, that had a King George VI on that was still circulated because they were still perfectly legal tender. Which again is quite amusing, really. Last batch of the Queen's pound coins went into circulation last week. Yes, they did, yeah. My dad said the same thing about when the King died. It took him a while to get used to having a Queen. Yeah. And when I was a little girl, Margaret Thatcher was Prime Minister. So when John Major took over, for me, that was really weird. I don't watch the news, but I heard that King Charles has the big C. Yes. He has been treated for cancer, although we haven't been told where the cancer is, what kind of cancer. He went into hospital for a prostate procedure and came out with a cancer diagnosis. At the same time, Princess of Wales, Princess Catherine, also went into hospital for abdominal surgery and also came out with a cancer diagnosis. But we don't know the nature of the cancer, just that it's there and they're being treated. I believe that Catherine is in remission now, though, so that's a good thing. But apparently the King is still being treated regularly and has occasionally had to be in hospital overnight for it as well. I think he just overdone it. I mean, I think we tend to forget the King is in his 70s. And, I mean, I'm in my 50s and I don't want to walk around meeting people. So how he gets on in his 70s, I don't know. Yes, Catherine took a lot of bullying as well. Because she wanted to keep the diagnosis private. and people were trying to get hold of the medical records. People were just awful. And then there was the where's Catherine, or William's done her in and she's been buried somewhere on the Crown Estate and all the rest of it. And just some shocking behaviour, really, from people that should know better. And just leave them alone. Let them get on with their lives. Right, okay, 9:30. Already we have been going 2 hours. Yes, Enid, she is a noble person. Soft-spoken and respectable, absolutely. The king reminds me of so much of his father, but I see a lot of his grandfather in him too. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so 426 stitches. So over the 400, which is great. I like Catherine. It was her business what she had, no bearing on everyday life, where she has a cancer. At the end of the day, she is a daughter, a wife and a mother, and should be left alone. Absolutely. Could not agree with you more. Right. I am going to be away.
I already am.
Andy already is.
Bye-bye, people.
Shall we do all this again on Sunday? Would that be okay with everybody?
Well, I'm expecting it.
How many stitches are there left? Let me find out. Spreadsheet. 32026. Oh, come on. Christmas cat. 32026. There are 2,473 stitches left. So I will get it down to about 350 stitches. And we will then get this one finished next Wednesday. So thank you guys very much for joining me this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure as ever. I absolutely love doing my live streams. Please leave me a thumbs up on the way out if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys at the weekend. So take care, everybody. Happy stitching. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.